What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Jack Stand Builds, and welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be working on this nice ATS-V coupe here. We're going to be doing all kinds of upgrades to it: downpipes, custom tune, flex fuel, fuel pump upgrade, and a fuel cam on this thing. So we're going to make this thing a V6 twin turbo ripper. This thing should tear out most cammed LTs, stuff like that. It should be in the 600 wheel horsepower range. So this thing will be pretty quick. So let me show y'all what parts I got for this thing, and we're gonna get to work on this thing. So this is what we've got. We've got our tap out ATS-V downpipes made in the USA. We've got our Solar Performance velocity stack throttle body for this thing as well, which is pretty nice. We've got a low pressure, low side fuel pump for the, this one's got a ZL1 fuel pump in it. And then we've got new lines and stuff for the high pressure fuel pump. And then this right here is the kit to be able to upgrade the current high pressure fuel pump to be able to flow more. And then we've got our DSX flex fuel kit right here. And we've got our tap out fuel cam right here. So we'll be installing a new fuel cam in this thing as well. So this thing's got a lot of good stuff that's about to go on it and make this thing even faster. But not only make it faster, it's gonna stay reliable as well. So let's go ahead and crawl up under this thing. I've got it up on jack stands already, ready to go here. So we're gonna crawl up under this thing, get those factory cats up out of there, get the exhaust up out of this thing so that we can put these nice downpipes on there. Let's get it. There we have it. Factory cats are out. You can see our new downpipes next to them. Looking good. They've also got a little crossover here. I believe the crossover here is to eliminate a little bit of the raspiness that can come with downpipes. So these two will just go together and connect just like that, and these will bolt right back up to your factory headers. So it's pretty sick, you know. All this is just gonna help flow of the turbos and help flow of the air getting out of the engine. So should be pretty sick. All right, so since I got those downpipes out of here, what I'm about to start doing is tearing the top end of this thing apart. I've got to pull this little plastic cover right here, and then I've got to pull the upper intake manifold so that I can get to the throttle body, and then I've also got to pull this valve cover in order to be able to change that fuel cam. So set up a little time lapse, get this thing torn apart. So folks, I got a little ahead of myself after that time lapse of me pulling that intake off, and went ahead and pulled the entire cowl assembly as well so that we have easy access back there to our high pressure fuel pump. I've got all of our pieces sitting over here. It's the whole cowl, wiper motor and all, everything nice and organized, ready to go back whenever I'm ready. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is start pulling this air box, all the rest of this intake piping, so that we can have access to that valve cover. All right, so jump ahead here, got the valve cover off, and also went ahead and got that fuel cam swapped out. See, this is our new cam right here. It's got some assembly lube on it, ready to go back together. And actually, I couldn't have done all this without this nice ZZP cam tool. So that was nice. So what I'm about to do is put some RTV on those corners of the valve cover, gasket sealing surface here. Put that valve cover on. We're going to get that high pressure fuel pump out of there and get it upgraded. Woo! There we have it. High pressure fuel pump is out. Thing kicked my butt. It was really just about finding the right size ratchet and socket that'll fit perfectly. But golly, once I got that socket on there though, got that thing out. So, all right, so we got our pump out of there. We got our new Auto Tech plunger in there so that we can flow that extra fuel. Got to throw this thing back together, get it slapped back in the car. All right, folks, so we went ahead and put our high pressure fuel pump back on along with our new lines back there. So what we're about to do now is pull all these spark plugs out of these holes and put these new ones in. I already got these new ones gapped to .020, which is where the tuner wants them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these swapped out, set y'all up, and we'll get these things installed.
Perfect.
So we have our upgraded throttle body right here. So basically what they've done is they've added a velocity stack to this thing, which should increase airflow into this throttle body instead of it just hitting a wall like this. So the blade sizes are the same, but this one's got a nice big velocity stack on it versus this stalker. So we're gonna throw this one on there and keep going. Alright guys, so I went ahead and dropped the tank out of this thing, and as you can see here, we've got our old pump here and our new pump here for the low side. I believe the only difference between these two is that this one is set up using a Camaro 6th Gen ZL1 pump, and then this one's the factory ATS-V pump. This came straight from Tap Out Tuning, and this is what they offer. They offer a drop-in solution, so that's a good thing, so that we can just drop this thing back in there. So I'm gonna go ahead, drop this pump back in there, put that tank back up, which I didn't show y'all me pulling because it's a pain in the butt on my back, but I'm gonna put it back up in there, and then from there, it looks like we're gonna start doing the downpipes, which I'll show y'all. All right, so y'all saw me putting in this downpipe over here. Went ahead and did the same thing on this side, just put it up there hand tight, so we've both still got some wiggle room. And I do that to verify that I can get these two pipes right here together so that, you know, they won't butt up against each other once I've got them downpipes bolted to the turbo. So now what I'm gonna do, I've got all my O2 sensors in and tight, plugged in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zip all these bolts in, tighten them up, and I'll be putting the factory exhaust back on this thing. All right, here we go. obviously you can see my ugly wiring here. That's just for the wideband, just for tuning. It'll come right off after we're done tuning it, but sounds good. Sounds healthy. Sounds stock. Oh yeah. Gotta burn that new exhaust out of this thing. Woo! Yes, sir. All right, pulling out of the shop for the first time in this thing with the new upgrades. Gotta go get some gas. I don't think I'm gonna have enough 93 to be able to tune this thing on 93 and E85. So I might just put a little bit more 93 in there so that then we can go fill up on some E85 and see what this thing will really do. So, but yeah, so far so good. Just, oh, why that Mazda gotta make all that noise? This thing gets down, feels pretty good. So, we're just about done tuning on 93. I know I didn't show much, but it's hard to do the laptop and hold the phone at the same time. But it's a really nice car. I like these cars a lot. Shoot, would you take a ATS-V twin turbo V6 over a V3 if you had the money for either? Just curious what y'all think. It's probably, so I can see the pros and cons of either. ATS-V being better on gas versus CTS-V, you know, it's, I mean, bad on gas, but you know, at the same time, you get versus, you know, so I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Shoo! Got the E85 going in. Well, it's racetrack E85, so hopefully it's actually 85, but we'll see what it is, guys. Got that E85 going in. Try to see if I can roll into it from a dig at all. Woo! Sheesh. Man, this thing would probably 8th mile pretty good with a tire. Jesus. All right, let's see if we can't do an 8th.
30, 60.
Not bad.
Quarter mile.
An 8.0, you know, on street tires, spinning. So I mean, that's not terrible at all. And I let off before we even got to the quarter, and it was in the 12s, the low 12s actually. So, man, if this thing had a tire and it could 60 foot, Jesus, this thing would go. I mean, low 10s in the quarter is what I'd guess. That's what a lot of guys, you know, run with these cars. They're pretty sick. So. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This ATS-V was pretty sick to build, not gonna lie. That's probably the quickest ATS-V I've built so far. But if you have an ATS-V and you'd like to get in, we can do it. We can make it faster, whatever you wanna do, or the same package. Hit me up for all your LS, LT performance needs. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at JackStanBuilds. Soon the V will be coming out. I told y'all it was gonna be this next video, but it's not. I'm having transmission problems right now. But other than that, motor runs great. I can't wait to let y'all hear it. But we got to get a good transmission up in that thing. But yeah, make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel because we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. So I'll check you guys later. Peace.